Here's where we stayed last night. Schaghticoke Mountain Camping area. It was pretty steep to get up there. It wasn't too far, and the water was really good, and so was the sort of the sights, and there's a privy and a bear box. So yesterday we made it to yesterday when we got here, it marks 2/3 of the AT being complete. So we officially have 1/3 left, which is approximately 740 miles, something like that. You can do the math. 2190, divide that by 3. But yeah, we're back on the trail. And there was really kind of a steep and rocky climb coming into the camp yesterday. And it was just strange because it said it was like from the time it was 1.3 miles to the time we got to camp, it took us over an hour. So I don't know. You always wonder if it's just that way because it's so like rocky and kind of twisty and turny, and it kind of confuses, the measurement that's recorded in gut hooks. But the terrain doesn't seem that much different than it was in New York, and things always measured out, and we were able to get, cover that kind of mileage in predictable time. Normally, in this kind of environment, 1.3 miles can take you 40 minutes, but not an hour plus. So that's kind of disconcerting because that means we're going to hit other spots in terrain here that are going to take longer than what we planned for. Virginia was funny because in parts of Virginia, it would say it was like a 10-mile hike, but you get it done so fast that you're like, wonder if the mileage was off there. Anyway, 2/3 is done. It's day 99, and we're on trail right now at 6:30 in the morning. It's already pretty buggy out, and it's Friday, so good times ahead. So, a couple other things that have been coming into play besides some newish type of terrain here in Connecticut. Yeah, every state you go into, every time you enter a state, things are just different immediately for a lot of reasons. Some of it has to do with the way that the trail is, what kind of easements they have in each state, whether or not it only goes through state park. Like New York, a lot of the trail goes through like state park and state land. Other states, it goes through private property. Private property sometimes isn't as pretty, sometimes it's prettier than state property. But anyway, and the other thing too is sometimes the trail club is different, so they just have different standards. They got different construction techniques. There isn't like a standard on this trail for construction, elevation, and then some states want to challenge you in different ways. Like Pennsylvania wants to give you the most boring trail that is extremely rocky and breaks people's ankles. That's like an example of what one state seems to want. New York puts you over all those technical climbing features, which are, a lot of people didn't like that, I've heard in the past, but I liked it. And I've heard other people who really liked it a lot too. So it can go either way on that one. Definitely different trail in different states. And then another factor that we're dealing with is that it just turned summer last Friday, I think. So we're at the end of June, and There's a lot of heat, and I'm glad we got out of like the Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York area, because I think we're coming into water again. A little bit higher elevation and more water in the mountains. There was like no water. I mean, you're doing 10 to 17 mile carries every day. That means you're carrying water for that long, because that's how far it would be to conveniently pick up water. So with the summer coming around, and it's going to be a hot day. I mean, you can see it's already humid out there. That's why the mountain looks all blue, and the sun's already high in the sky, and it's only 6:40 in the morning. Yeah, we're going to have a scorcher today. And there's a lot of there's a decent amount of climbing, a lot of 500-foot climbs. I think if we go 22 miles a day, we'll have hit something like 3,900 feet worth of approximately 500 footers, 500-600 foot climbs. I don't think there's anything that's really big in the 1,000+ range. We're going to do a 5-mile walk along a river. But anyway, yeah, hydration is starting to come back into play again, big time. I've got kind of a issue with hydration. I pee a lot, so like if I drink water, if my body doesn't want to hold that water, it just makes me pee. Which, that's why people always say, "Oh, your pee should be clear." Yeah, that's great. And mine typically is when I'm drinking a lot of water. But you can't tell how much you're going to sweat. So who knows? But I definitely hit like a point, some kind of point of dehydration yesterday, and I wasn't showing like heat stroke or anything like that. But in the evening when I went to blow up my mat, when I was walking around camp and getting set up, I just got lightheaded a lot, and I told Smash, because I was, when you get lightheaded, you're kind of dizzy, and he said, "Oh, it's probably because you're not hydrated." And sure enough, I wasn't really peeing. And I didn't, normally I go pee 3 times in the night, which sounds funny, but you're just drinking a lot of water sometimes. And I didn't pee last night, and then this morning I peed, and it was kind of a darkish yellow. So I've already drank 2 bottles of water this morning to get started. I put some vitamins and electrolytes in my water bottle, and then I've got a afternoon plan to drink, not afternoon, like a late mid-morning plan to drink like a carnation breakfast with some coffee. But anyway, we're going to try to keep it hydrated today as best as possible and see if that helps out a little bit. Did you hear that ridiculous bird? I wonder what that was. It'll do it again. Just another classic field, farm field. So we're 2/3 of the way in today, and it's funny because these farm fields, like these bottom lands, they really started up in like Tennessee and Virginia. So south of there, when you're in North Carolina and Georgia, and up on those high ridges you never hit anything like this, and it was really awesome to be able to walk through these fields. I remember when we first got into that area back in the 30-day range of the trail, how exciting it was to see some new trail. But it's been interesting because the farmland has really kind of continued as we started heading north out of Tennessee. I can't even really open my mouth right now. There's so many gnats. They're just all over. It's crazy. Well, it hasn't been a super interesting day. Connecticut is really getting into that up and down terrain. As soon as you go up, and then you go down again, and then you go up again, and then you go down, and then you go back up. And today I think we actually planned to go 17 miles today or 18 miles today, and we're gonna end up going 22, I think. So that's, with the 17-mile day, there was 3,900 feet of climbing, and we've passed that, and I'm on a climb now. And there's one more climb. There's gonna be one more down, one more up. So today could very well be like our first 5,000 vertical foot climbing day in a while. Since like south of Waynesboro, Virginia, which is cool, but it's hot outside. So as long as you're moving, you feel cool, but as soon as you stop, you're just like, whoa, it's hot. Something sad today, and I hope this problem has been resolved. There was a lady who was out here on the trail camping for, I think, the weekend, for like they might have been out for a few days. She had her American flag gear on, like the hat, and like a American flag attached to her backpack. But while they were packing their campsite this morning, her little dog, Guthrie, took off. And boy, I feel bad for those folks. I really feel for them. I hope they find the dog. But they'd been looking for a while, and it just didn't seem good. Let's put it that way. And she said it was just a little dog, and she felt like a real jerk. And we just assured her that, dogs, they do dog things, as Smash said. You can't always blame yourself when your dog does something stupid. But she's like, yeah, I shouldn't have left him off the leash. I don't know. I've spent a lot of time with my dogs off their leashes, but I don't have any dogs anymore. It wasn't because I left them off the leash. Anyway, I still hope that she found her dog. And that's really all the news from today. I was walking down by that river, and the bugs. It was a two-handed SWAT fest. So I didn't really do any recording. It wasn't really an amazing river anyway. I think there's a little river footage from yesterday's shot too. So anyway, maybe we'll see some more coming up here. Day 100 though. Day 100 on the trail. I think we've got 7 weeks left after yesterday. And 700 miles, maybe a little bit more. So, just trying to savor up these last few weeks on the trail. Anyway. See that? That is a big old tick. Where'd it go? Oh, probably can't see it there in the shade. Anyway. There he is, right at the tip of my finger. These little buggers are everywhere. They're nasty. Oh, he just fell off. Great. And there he is on this leaf. I mean, I think between Nibbles and I yesterday we had an encounter with about 4 or 5 of them. I had two stuck in my leg, one on the tent, and one crawling on my hand when I stopped for water in the evening. And then she had one stuck in her leg too. Neither had been there very long, but there's been a noticeable amount of ticks in the last 2 days. This is the second one that I've had today. Connecticut. I think we're going to be oh look, there's another one on my leg here too. Look at that. Look there. I don't know if you can see him right above my sock. Huh. I'll be danged. Anyway, I got work to do obviously. So, see you later.